there, thanks for stopping back to my channel. It's Mindy, and today we are going to be doing a renovation of the Delgato family home. This is actually a speed build because I just bulldozed the whole lot down and figured that I would start all over. So I do want to take a moment to actually thank you guys for being so patient with me during my time away. It was a much needed mental break. Most of you know that I do suffer with depression, and I talk a little bit about it on my other channel, which I will link in the description box down below. And I was actually coming off of a medicine that I had been on for a while, and my doctor weaned me a little bit too fast, which I kind of read like afterwards. And yeah, I went through a really rough time. I probably should have been inpatient, but I was stubborn and I didn't want to go. And yeah, so it was rough, but I made it through, and I'm on the mend now and under care. And yeah, so the moral of the story is if you need help, get help. Don't be afraid like I was. Don't be stubborn. If you need help, it's really important that you get help. So yeah, it was a pretty rough time, but we are better now. The good thing that came out of taking a little bit of break from YouTube is that I was able to spend a lot of time on this home working on it, and I basically did like little bits at a time. So I would build a room here, and then, you know, the next day kind of revisit and build another room, or just furnish something, or I don't know. I was just kind of like all over the place. It was really nice because I usually give myself like really strict deadlines. I don't know why I do that, but I basically like wear myself out and like force myself to just like pump out content sometimes, which isn't always the best thing to do, but I'm pretty strict when it comes to that. Like, and I think it's because like I care about my channel so much, and I want my channel to succeed, and I don't want to put out stuff that I don't feel is good. And I would never do that. Like, if I don't feel that something is okay or that I can do better, then I'm not going to put it out. So I find myself being kind of like strict like that. I'm a perfectionist, so I like to have things a certain way, mostly my way. And yeah, so it was kind of nice to just like get out of that for a little bit, get out of that routine of just pumping things out and being really hard on myself and like sitting at the computer for hours and hours. And it was just kind of nice to do everything a little bit more leisurely. So yeah, with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. I hope you've all had a good new year, and I want to hear all about your resolutions for the new year. If you guys saw my post that I did on Twitter, I said that, you know, this past year my Twitter, or my YouTube and my Twitter, have grown so much, and it is my hope that I continue to grow. It is my hope that I make all of you guys happy, that I continue to meet more awesome friends. So let me know in the comments down below, what are your new year resolutions for this year 2020. So yeah, I'm really curious. I want to know. Anyways, this is a Cape Cod style mansion. I kind of picture this being somewhere near like Maine, Maryland, somewhere around that area. That's kind of where I got a lot of my inspiration from when I was looking on Pinterest. I found a lot of homes in that area that were very Cape Cod style, and they were very like beachy, and so that's kind of what I was going with this home, because this is on the beach. I wouldn't necessarily call this a mansion, I guess, because I think it's a lot smaller than the house that was here originally. I'll try to remember to post a picture on here of what the original house looked like, but I think this is a lot smaller than that home, but it's still pretty big. So I would say that it's not really a mansion, but this family, the Delgato family, they're definitely doing good for themselves. Like, they're living pretty comfortably. They're living, it's more than what the average like suburban family home would be. So yeah, they're living pretty comfortably. So let's talk a little bit about the Delgato family. The Delgato family is a EA created family, and they came with Brindleton Bay, and it consists of 4 Sims, a cat, and a dog. So the mom Sim, her name is Sapraya. I'm probably butchering that, so correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I think it's Sapraya. I don't know. She is a dog lover. She is friend of the animals, so she has an animal affection trait. She's genius. She's an active. She has level 3 cooking, level 2 piano. She has level 4 vet. She is currently unemployed, and in her biography, it says that she dreams of opening up her own veterinary clinic. So, that being said, I think I'm going to leave her story pretty much alone. I think we're going to build a veterinary clinic sometime in the future for her to own in my game save file. I just think that that'd be really fun. I think they have a really neat, fun storyline. I'm not going to change it too much. I may just like change a little bit here and there, but overall, I really like their storyline. So, Sapriya is married to Justin, who is in the level 5 business career, which is, what is it? Management. Some kind of management, I think. He is a cat lover. He's family oriented. He's neat. He's a Renaissance sim, which makes him a quick learner. He has level 3 charisma, level 3 comedy, and level 2 logic skill. And in his biography, it actually says that he is currently taking a break from work so that Sapriya can manage and open up her own veterinary clinic. And yeah, I think that's pretty neat. Although when you do come in to play him, he is still currently working. I think we are going to have him quit his job right now. And I think I'm going to have him do a little bit of like some freelancing work because he is a Renaissance sim. So I kind of imagine that he moves from one thing to another thing. And I kind of was thinking about that when I was building this house. Like, for instance, right now I'm working on the greenhouse, and I decided that because he's a Renaissance sim, he wants to learn different traits and different things. I thought that flower arranging or, you know, like growing his own garden, selling like fruits and vegetables, that would be really good for him to do on the side while they are working on the veterinary clinic. And kind of, I imagine like right now they're in the waiting game of waiting for their clinic to be built. They're waiting on me. They're waiting on me, you guys. It's going to be a while. But yeah, and they're just kind of like stuck in that area where they have the money saved up. And I think that Sapriya really wants to work on her skill before she just hops into the business. I think she really just, she wants to take it seriously, and she wants to make sure that she's kind of like the best of the best. And I don't know, they're a really neat family. So they actually have 2 children. They have a son who is a child. His name is Pierce. He has mental skill 2 and social skill 3. He's a social butterfly, and he is self-assured. And then they have a daughter named Evie. She is angelic. She has 2 communication skills, 3 movement skills, and 3 potty skills. They have a dog named Blue and a cat named Bartholomew. So they're quite the family, and they all really love animals. And I think that totally reflects in their personalities. And it was really fun because when after I built this, and I first started up the family, the first thing that Pierce did was jump in the pool with his dog. And I thought it was so, so cute. So yeah, they're definitely family oriented, and I kind of like put that throughout the house. Like I put a lot of like dog treats and like pet treats in almost like every room, because I imagine that like no matter where you go, there's going to be more animals. And that's another thing too. So I'm kind of working on, I think what we're going to do for my game save file is I think I'm going to age Evie up a little bit into a child and make Pierce not quite a teenager yet, but you know, he's probably like the preteen age while Evie is a child. And then I think they're going to have another kid, but I also think that we're going to add way more animals to this household, because I feel like they're the kind of family that takes in all of the animals who maybe like get dropped off, or people can't take care of them anymore, or they like they find all the strays and they bring them home. And yeah, so I think we're going to definitely be adding more people, more pets to their little household here. So over here on the side, I decided that it would be really fun to like have Pierce maybe train animals, and that's kind of what he does. Like he just trains dogs, or he takes them to like a dog show, and he takes his cats to like a cat show and like shows them off and teaches them a bunch of tricks. So I decided to put like a little fenced in area over here for him to do that. I just thought it was a really sweet way for him to kind of, you know, follow in his mom's footsteps, whereas I think Evie's going to do the same too, and I gave her 2 bedrooms. There's a nursery in this house, but there's also a bedroom decorated for a girl who's probably about a child's age, which is what we're going to age Evie up to. And I decorated it with cat furniture that I think came with, I don't think it was My First Pet stuff, but I I don't remember where it came from, but it's just like a bunch of like cat furniture, and it's pink and it's got paw prints all over it. If you know where that's from, let me know, because I can't remember. I don't think it was in like a specific pack, but I know it wasn't an update. I don't remember where it came from. I don't know. Anyways, if you know, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, I decorated her room like that, and I kind of imagine that she's going to follow in the family business and kind of take over when her mom retires. And yeah, I just think that, like I said, they're a family that really, really loves animals, and it definitely shows. So moving on, I've got some of the outside kind of laid out by this point, but moving on to the inside here, I struggled with this floor plan so much, so much. Even now looking at it, I think of like several different ways that I could have done it. And it's a huge house, really. It's still not mansion quality. I don't think it's a mansion, but it is a huge house. And the rooms are really, really large as well. And so I really struggled to like make things not look super boxed in, and I don't know, like give them space, but make it look like, I don't know how to explain it. I wanted it to be separated, but it's just so big and so awkward. And it was really just difficult getting all the different rooms in here, especially the upstairs. And you'll see me struggle with that a little bit later on. I actually changed the upstairs, and I add in like a whole nother bedroom out of a bathroom. So if that kind of gives you any kind of indication of how big the rooms are, that's it, because it's a very awkward floor plan, I think. And I don't know how else I could have done it, but I know that like if you want to switch the kitchen and the dining room around, you can. If you want to switch the kitchen and the living room around, you can. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can do with this house and this floor plan. So if you just want to go in and like bulldoze the whole inside and do it completely over, like by all means, like go ahead, because I bet you could probably come up with a pretty better plan than I could. Because I was just like all over the place. So here in the kitchen, I decided to add some kind of separation. It's not completely separated, but I wanted some kind of separation between the kitchen and the dining room. So it's kind of like an eat-in kitchen, which I think is like really, really sweet, because I don't know, I grew up with an eat-in kitchen. We never had a formal dining room growing up, and it was just really kind of like humble, and you got to sit around with your family, and I don't know, it was just really nice. Like I got to sit at the table and talk with my mom about my day while I did my homework and all those fun things, and I just think it's like really sweet. So I thought this family would be a family that had a kind of an eat-in kitchen, and yeah, I don't know, I think it turns out really, really well. I used this blue flooring throughout the whole build. This came with cats and dogs as well, and I just think like it suits the style so well. I think they did such a good job. Like cats and dogs, I think, is kind of an underrated pack because of some of the stuff that we got. Like it's just so good. And like the furnishing that we got, like that little chair, that table, those chairs all came with cats and dogs. I think basically everything but the high chair right there came with cats and dogs, and it's just so good, you guys. I really like it. I think that it just fits the style like perfectly. So yeah, I don't know, I think it looks really, really nice. So here I decided to add some shelves to the wall back here, just to add a little bit more like decor around the area. But yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty good. I do go back and kind of mess around with the kitchen a little bit later on and add a few more decor items, but I think I actually like cut that out because I had like 2 hours worth of footage, I think. Probably, well, it was before I like clipped anything. I had like several hours of footage, but I had to cut down quite a lot to make this a little bit smaller. So I actually cut out all of the bathrooms. I cut out what else did I cut out? I cut out the guest house out back, which also has like a pool house. There's like a pool house out there. But I do include it in the screenshots, so you guys can just check those out. And also, if you want to download this, as always, you can download it on the Sims 4 gallery under my ID, Mindii1990, and my NDII1990. So yeah, be sure to check that out as well as my other builds too. So I'm thinking next for my next build, I'm going to do a couple more apartment renovations just to kind of work on my save file a little bit, because I feel like I'm kind of falling behind in it. and I really want to catch up because I know like most people are like releasing theirs at this point, and I'm still like struggling to get anything pretty much like finished, like any of my worlds as it I'm struggling to get them finished. So I really want to start working on it a little bit more, but at the same time, like I still want to have fun and get everything in. So I've got a ton left to do. I think Strangerville is almost done because it's small, and then I don't know, I've just got so much to work on. I don't really know where I'm going to start, but I do know that I really want to start like focusing pretty hard on getting it done. I'd like to have it done by the end of the year, by the end of next year. Maybe that should be my resolution. And I don't know if that's like realistic or if that's like far away, because I know like some people have been working on theirs, you know, for like since it came out, and then like other people haven't been working on them as long and they've got theirs out. So I don't know, either way, I just feel like I'm falling behind. I also still need to get you guys a list on Tumblr of all of my custom content, and I keep saying I'm going to do that and I keep not doing it. So I need to get that up for you guys, and I will definitely let you know when I release that, but hopefully soon. I need to start working on it. I've been trying to make more of a conscious effort to pay attention to my other social media platforms, which is something that I'm really, really bad at. I don't know if it's because I'm old now or or what, but I don't keep up with all of you crazy kids in your social medias. But yeah, I need to do a little bit better of keeping up with all of that. Yeah, so anyways, you kind of seen the living room come together. I wanted to put like a family computer area out here along with a bookshelf and some decor items, and then I cluttered it up pretty nicely. I wanted this family to seem kind of eclectic in the sense that like maybe they're not like hoarders, but I do feel like they probably keep a lot of things. They're not super organized. They're not super like, they don't have to have everything clean and tidy and in its spot all the time. And so they're kind of just like all over the place. And that's kind of what I was going with for them. Yeah, I just kind of feel like they have just collected things over the years and they keep it. I mean, they have a really nice house. I just don't feel like they're one of those families that's like super snobby and like keeps everything all tidy. They have a ton of animals, so I imagine that it wouldn't be super tidy all the time anyways. So moving on, this is kind of the office space, and I wanted to create kind of like a replica veterinary office in this home, and I actually changed it a lot from what it is now. I wanted a place where Sophia could go to just like practice her medicine, or you know, work or study, or if she needed to bring an animal home overnight to just provide extra care for that animal instead of leaving them at the vet overnight. I thought that this would be a good place for her, so I just thought it was like a really neat idea. It's something that you don't really see like added into a bunch of houses a lot, and I thought that it was like perfect for this family because I feel like instead of having an actual office, they're definitely the people that would have like kind of a veterinary office in their home. So yeah, I thought it was a really cute idea. I stick a little hamster in there as well, and you kind of see that in the intro where Sophia was standing there talking to the hamster, which was really cute. So moving on, I go back outside and kind of mess around a little bit. I stuck some rocks all around the pathway, and then I don't know what I was doing there. But I wanted to have like a defined pathway, and then I wanted to add like more decor outside. I wanted to make it look like, I don't know, like it wasn't just a regular plain everyday house. I wanted it to look different than the rest of the homes that I did. So I kind of messed around a lot with the landscaping. You guys know that landscaping's not my thing. I'm not a huge landscaper. I wish I'm getting better, and I'm glad. I love to landscape in The Sims 3. And The Sims 3 was so much fun, but in The Sims 4, I don't like it, and I don't know why. I don't know why it feels like it's such a chore to landscape my homes in The Sims 4, but I think this does turn out pretty good, and I think it kind of blends in with the background, like the land around them pretty well. So moving on, we have this laundry room inside, which is super big. So isn't the bathroom inside. I'm telling you guys, there's so much space in here. There's so much you could do with it. You could change it around, and I don't know, like there's just infinite possibilities. I even thought about having a master bedroom down here at one point, and I even asked my husband, I was like, should I turn this into a master bedroom or an office? because I was thinking about turning it into a master bedroom and then having like 4 bedrooms upstairs, but I ended up just opting for a large laundry room because I figured too, if they're gonna have a lot of animals, they probably need lots of laundry and just like hampers and things around the house to kind of help keep things a little bit neat and tidy. Or maybe she brings things home from her vet clinic that she needs to wash, or whatever the case may be. I just think that it would be really good for them to have a pretty large washroom. I also sized down that little metal, I don't know what it is, it looks like a breaker box, so I sized it down and kind of like raised it up on the wall, so it kind of looks like a utility room too, I guess. It's kind of what I was thinking. So there's a little bit of everything in there. And then onto the entranceway, I honestly didn't do very much. It's a really large entranceway, but it's just pretty empty, but it's fine. I don't think that it needs to be like super cluttered or anything. I did put a little bit of clutter on the floor up on the landing because I really think it's cute when people do that. So like I stuck some, I think I ended up moving that book bag and putting down that big clutter that we got with the kids' room stuff. Yeah. And it's got a book bag in it, so I just kind of imagine that like the kids like throw their laundry downstairs, or I don't know, like Pierce comes home from school and just drops his stuff down there, because I know like living in a 2-story house, which I didn't most of my life I lived in a ranch style home, but living in a 2-story house, I really realized how hectic it is to get laundry from the upstairs to the downstairs sometimes, especially when you have kids. So typically I get like the whole like incoming, and then I see clothes going down the stairs, so that's my cue that they need washed. So yeah, I don't know, I thought that it was like really cute to have that clutter there. Like maybe that's what he was doing, like, Mom, this needs washed, and then just chucks it down the stairs. So moving on to this bathroom, this was originally going to be a half bathroom, but it was so large, I was like, I think we might as well just go ahead and make it a full bathroom. I mean, why not? Because there's tons of like room here. We might as well just make it into a full bathroom. And I think it's really cute. I love how it turned out. I loved that sink and that dresser, or I guess it's not really a dresser, it's like a stand, I guess. They both came with cats and dogs and just look so good, and the toilet came with cats and dogs as well. And I tried my best to like incorporate stuff from cats and dogs into the build, because I feel like that's kind of like the point. I think I am going to make a base game and cats and dogs build only for Brindleton Bay. I think it would be just really good to have for those of you who just have cats and dogs. I know there's a lot of you out there who do, so I think that's going to be one of my next builds coming up. Maybe I'll do like Brent and Brant's house like that, but I'm really excited to get a hold of Brent and Brant's house. I'm definitely going to be doing their home soon. They're a really fun couple, and I love playing with them, and I have so many different worlds with both of them, and they both have like these like tragic storylines. Not everyone, but like the storylines that I come up with them in each one. Like I have, you know, worlds where my Sims are like best friends with Brent and Brant, or I have worlds where like somebody's cheated on Brent with somebody else, and it's just, I don't know, I come up with like the best storylines for those two, and I don't know why. It's just like they're always incorporated into my gameplay. So I'm really excited to redo their house. And their house, I think I am actually just going to do a renovation. I'm not actually going to like bulldoze the whole thing, because they have a pretty nice house, and I think that it's got good bones, so I could easily add on to it. So moving upstairs, you saw the outside kitchen come together. I really wanted to have a place where they could be outside. There's a lot of outdoor activities, and I kind of imagine that they're like that. When I was doing the pool house out there, I really imagined that they probably spent a lot of time on the water. So I was thinking about like adding some boats and stuff to their pool house, which I never did, but I kind of imagined that they're the people that love to be outside and be with their pets, or they take their pets out on the boats. I don't know, I thought it was like super sweet. So moving on, this is the upstairs bedroom for Pierce, and I did his bedroom. He loves to be with people. What is he? He is a social butterfly. So I decided to put like video games in his, oh, you know what I did? You know what I didn't do? I didn't add the actual game console in there. I just stuck a TV with pillows. Oh man. So if you download this house and you want to add a game console to Pierce's bedroom, you'll have to do that yourself. I didn't stick one in there. I can't believe I did that. I just realized that I did that, but it's okay. It's fine. it's fine. If you want to add a game console in there, I stuck 2 pillows there, like maybe he has some friends over and they could like play video games or something. I also stuck a lot of different school projects up on this little bookcase, which is so cute for his room. I used a lot of furniture from Discover University just because it has like this kid-like feature to it. I used a light blue color. Again, I just think it goes with the house, it goes with the flooring, and for once I actually kept the flooring the same all throughout the house. Normally, like, I put carpet or something in the bedrooms, but I really liked this blue flooring. It just, I don't know, it just flowed really well. So I am in love with his bedroom. His bedroom is probably one of my favorite bedrooms, probably my favorite bedroom in this house, or my favorite room, I should say, in this house. It turned out really, really well, and I end up changing it a little bit further on. When I change around like the bedrooms and the nursery, you'll see I kind of change it a little bit, but I don't know, it just makes it look even more cuter, I think. So yeah, I decided to add a scout board to him because he really loves animals. I thought scouting would be like a thing that he likes to do. They love to be outside, so that's kind of what I was going for. And I gave him a couple of Void Critter cards, and I also gave him a Void Critter battle station so he can battle with his friends when they find their different cards and stuff. So I stuck some of his, like, some of the more like popular Void Critter cards up on his desk for display, and I thought he was kind of into that. I added like a Void Critter poster, and yeah, I just think he's like really into that stuff. So definitely anything that he can do with his friends because he's a social butterfly. So yeah, then I just add a few odds and ends in his room. And then moving on, this is the room that I eventually cut it in half and do a bedroom and a bathroom over here. So you'll see me messing with it for a minute, and then I think I cut out most of it because I go through like a whole series of trying to mess around with this room. It just wasn't working out for me, and then I ended up taking a break and moving on to the master for a little bit. But yeah, I ended up cutting out a lot of this, but it just, I don't know, I just couldn't get it. First of all, it was like really, really huge, like unnecessarily huge, and that's why I cut it in half. But I don't know, it just wasn't working out. I wanted to have a toddler area, but I also wanted to have a nursery because, like I said, I kind of planned for them to have more kids in my save file, but I still wanted to have like a toddler area and a nursery area available. But at the same time, I was thinking, well, what about when they get older? Like, when they get older, they're going to need a bed and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I also had a full-size children's bed, like a twin-size children's bed for them too. So yeah, it was just kind of, my mind was going a little bit crazy, and sometimes I get a little bit too technical for The Sims. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, sometimes I like talk like it's like realistically happening, and it's not, and I just have to like let my logic go sometimes, because in my head I was thinking like, oh, well, when they get older, they're going to need their own beds, like, and we're not going to be playing them. Like, if I send them off my play, you know, if I release my game file and somebody doesn't play with them and they age up automatically, like, where are they going to sleep at in the house? I don't know. So right here in the master bedroom, I was trying to do this, like, what do you call it? I don't remember what those doors are called, but I saw Sim Lissy do something like that in her Japanese or her Chinese inspired, apartment that she did, and she pulled it off really well, but it just doesn't fit the style that was in this room. But I wanted to have some kind of separation because I definitely wanted to have a fireplace in here. I don't know why, I felt like this house definitely needed a fireplace in the master bedroom. The master bedroom is excuse me guys, my nose is running. The master bedroom is primarily like a blue and brown color, and I really wanted it to kind of stay true to the cats and dogs, but also I wanted it to kind of like blend in with the rest of the house, and I feel like it worked pretty well, but I needed to have that separation. There's also a little balcony on this, like attached to this room, but I didn't put anything out there because it's only like 1 square wide, so your Sims probably, like, if they go out there, they're just more or less gonna be standing there. So like maybe they stand there with a cup of coffee in the morning, like on commercials, and look really cool or something. I don't know, I would never use it, but you know, it's necessary. So I also kind of used it because I remember when I put the balcony there, I was thinking to myself, I really don't want to put a roof there because it wouldn't look right. So I just turned it into a balcony. It was just like one of those things. Anyway, so I stick a little table here, and I love putting like the 2 little seats underneath here because it almost looks like a little like a vanity almost when you do that, and I think it looks really, really cute. So I just stuck a few essentials over here. I stuck a little plant, and then I end up sticking a bookcase, and what else do I put over here? A bookcase, and I think I moved that chair around, or maybe I moved that chair around and just add another plant here. And then, excuse me, I don't know why my nose is like running like a faucet all of a sudden. So then back here, I just put another little chair in their dresser, and I like that their dresser's kind of like separated. And then they have a pretty large master bathroom, so I was able to actually put a full vanity in here too, which was really nice because I love adding vanities whenever I can. I love vanities. I never had one as a child. Actually, I've never had one at all, and I just really, really love them, and I like to put them in my build. So I was really happy that I was able to have a bathroom large enough to do that. Again, there's so much potential in this floor plan. You can change it around if you wanted to. I mean, you could add like way more rooms than what I stuck in here because the rooms are huge. They're massive in here, and I don't know, and maybe something that like I mess around with later. Who knows? I might revisit it someday. So anyways, up here, I decided to put another little landing area with like a TV, like maybe the kids kind of hang out here. It's kind of like a less formal living room, I guess, where, I don't know, I just thought it was like a really cute idea because it was a big landing and I didn't have anything else to put there. So yeah, I just stuck like a little end table here and a couple couches, and well, I guess they're like love seats, and then I stuck like a TV over here and a nice rug, and I think it's really cute. It's like a green color, and it kind of fits really well with the blue color in the walls. So yeah, and then I just decorate it a little bit, and then you're gonna see me split everything off here in a minute. I think I show it. Maybe I don't show it on camera. I don't know. But anyways, I do split everything off into a couple different parts and recreate a nursery and a bathroom out of that. But we are getting to the end of this video, so if you did not see that in this video, there will be screenshots at the end, so be sure to stay tuned and watch until the end so you can see all of the screenshots. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I did. As always, I love all of you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, check me out on Twitch, all of those fun things, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.